And let's start the session. As always, feel free to use the options. I'm going to give you options and you can rest, change range of movement, change the rhythm. So change the number of repetitions if you need. Standing there, feet together, always slightly apart and parallel to each other. Body tall, and let's move our whole body. Start with shoulder blades and collarbones. So rolling those shoulders back while you maintain that spine in position. We're trying to keep that body tall, spine long, and try to breathe. Change direction, roll those shoulders forward. So try to breathe deep and slow, so connect the movement to breath if possible. If not, just breathe deep and slow. And bring the shoulders back and down and move your whole arm. Big roll there, moving those arms inside shoulder joint as far as comfortable for your shoulders. Change direction, roll those shoulders, those arms back, lift. So gently stretching chest, shoulders. Can move those arms forward and gently stretching back of your shoulders, shoulder blades. Muscle between your shoulder blades. One more. Then change direction again. And now focus on your spine. Lift your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage away from your hips. Bring your chest up, chin up, head back. Without folding the back of your neck. Then arms back by the side of your body. Body tall, spine in neutral. And then repeat. Lift, extend. Bring it out and back. Let's do one more repetition. And then I'm going to change. Bring those arms out, back, lift, and forward. Going as far as is comfortable for your back, for your spine, as far as you can breathe and maintain control of your body. So control of your body, including your breath. One more. Then body tall. Lateral flexion of the spine. So moving there side to side, out, back up. But try to lengthen that spine, so you're going out and up. Reaching up there, then back. Instead of reaching down, you're reaching up. So lift your rib cage, then back. One more, maybe two more, depending on your rhythm there, then back. Body tall, and we're going to flex our spine, starting from your hips. So hips forward. Then we can round the back, lower back, upper back, neck and head. And we lift from hips. Hips, lower back, upper back, neck and head. And go forward again. If you work with building blocks, so hips, and round the rest of your spine. Help the muscles on your back by placing hands on knees or thighs if need. And lift. One more. Going forward, around, and up. Body tall. Working a little bit more. Then moving of body, thigh bone inside the hip joint. You're going to lift your right leg. Use a wall, use a chair. Make sure you're doing it safely as well. So lifting your right leg, right knee as much as you can while you keep that spine long, that body tall. Bring that right thigh back. And from here, keeping that spine long, back straight, hinge from hips, going forward. Again, use your arms for balance if needed. Then you bring yourself back, bring those hips back in position, and you lift your right leg again. So still working there. We're going to do 30 repetitions on each side. So bring the thigh back, hinging from your hips and going forward. Trying to maintain that small curve at the back of the neck, small curve on your lower back, hips back in position and lift. Then you repeat. So we're doing 3 repetitions here with your right leg, and another 3 repetitions on our left. Back. So change the range of movement, change the rhythm if you need, and even repetitions. If you're going a little fast, you can do a few more repetitions. If you're doing slow, challenge your balance a little bit more, maybe 1 or 2 repetitions only. We strengthen muscles of feet, muscles that pass through your ankle, legs, strengthen stretching those hamstrings, glutes, strengthen the muscles that maintain my spine long. After 3, relax, shake. And then from here, we're going to sit down and lie on our back. Bring the legs up. And we're going to start with the classical Pilates exercise, start with the 100. So if you've done my classes before, you know the options. So if you probably remember the final option, the 100 there, get in position and pumping your arms up and down as you inhale and exhale. If not, option 1 is here, just moving your arms forward and back as you breathe. Can be arms and chest. Can be arms, chest and legs in position and out of position. And if you can, you hold that position. And you're going to use the position of your legs to challenge the position of your hips and lower back. So your legs are pulling your hips, pulling your abdominals. Your abdominals need to work against your legs, your thighs, your hips. Arms, movement of your arms is challenging that rib cage. So again, pulling your abdominals. Breathing deep slowly. Should be a breathing exercise as well. Keeping your shoulders back and down. 1 or 2 more breaths. And then with control, bring your head and your shoulders down if you have the chest forward and up. Bring your feet on the floor. Then you can relax and might move your spine as you do the full body stretch. Bringing your arms by the side of your body. Again, using the movement of your leg to challenge the position of your spine. Pull your toes towards you and lift your right leg. If you need, bend that knee. So you're trying to lift your thigh there. If you can have a leg straight, that's fine. If the knees bent, that's fine as well. So from here, 5 circles in each direction. So you're bringing that leg over, forward, out and up. And you're using the movement of that thigh to challenge your hips and your lower back. So focus there on your center, your anchor point for that movement. And you're trying to stabilize your spine as you do the circles. 5 circles in one direction and 5 circles in the other direction. Once you've done with one leg, we're going to switch here and do the same on your left. So leg over, cross, forward and up. 5 circles there. Remember, you can change the number of repetitions. You can change even the rhythm. Go faster, go slower. Those circles, range of movement, can be small. The idea is to use that movement. You could just swing leg out and in. The idea is to use that movement to challenge muscles there around your waist, on your back, around your hips, muscles that maintain that spine position. After 5 on each direction, you're going to bring both knees towards your chest. Nice work. Still using the legs to challenge the position of our spine on the next one. Feel free to take your time and carry on with the circles. When you're ready, chest forward and up, or keep your head and shoulders down. Chest forward and up, help to bring that lower back towards the mat a little bit more. So you have the option to use your abdominals to maintain that position, or if you want, use a block, a pillow, a ball, something there between your shoulder blades or the back of your head to maintain that position. And you're going to extend here. One leg, reaching as far as you can, keeping the other leg parallel to your thigh. So don't let that leg move out, keep it in, pull that thigh towards your rib cage, and switch, and switch. It's the single leg stretch. Nice work. Strengthen abdominals that are holding your hips and your lower back in position. Strengthen and stretching your hip flexors. Gently stretching back of the thighs, hips, and lower back as you pull it. And eventually, massaging and stimulating internal organs. 1 or 2 more. Then with control, bring your head and your shoulders down, feet on the floor, and do a full body stretch. From there, bring your knees towards your chest again. And once again, using movement of legs, and then option to use the movement of your arms to challenge the position of your whole spine. So all those muscles need to work together, maintain your whole spine in position while you breathe. So breathing muscles is to breathe. So don't let them help those abdominals, deep abdominals muscles in the back and around your rib cage to maintain the position. Let the breath flow. So if both knees towards your chest, can be with your head and your shoulders down, and you can do the single leg stretch again, or now progress into the double leg stretch, moving your legs out and bring it in. Can do with the breath, breathe in and breathe out. Can be arms and legs, so you can also use your arms, and those arms are going to challenge the position of your rib cage. They're going to try to bring your shoulder blades down towards the floor. Option to have your shoulder blades down on the floor. Still challenging those abdominals. Those arms still try to move your lower back off the mat, lifting the bottom of your rib cage off the mat with your head and your shoulders down. And your abdominals, deep abdominals, you still need to work and maintain your spine in that position. So that's the double leg stretch. 1 or 2 more. Well done. Go all the way down and do a full body stretch. Nice work. From here, bring both legs up again. Hands at the back of the thighs now. Can keep your head and your shoulders down. If you can, chest forward and up. Extend both legs. You might need to keep your knees slightly bent. So holding at the back of the thigh, so you're going to lower one leg and pull the other thigh towards your rib cage. Bring that thigh towards your hand as you switch. Then you hold and pull it. Switch, hold and pull it. So again, strengthen those abdominals, but maintaining your hips in position. While you stretch a little bit more, the back of the legs, thighs, hips, lower back. If you have your chest forward and up, gently flexing your spine, gently stretching those muscles on your back. Nice work. Well done. 2 or 3 more. And then we're going to relax. Bring both knees towards your chest, or feet on the floor and do a full body stretch. Now you have 3 options here. The single leg stretch, we've done. You could do the straight single leg stretch as a second option. So you have 4 options. You can do the double leg stretch as you've done before, bending your knees. On our hands at the back of the thighs, legs up, chest forward and up, if possible, with the option to have a block, pillow, or head down. Hands can stay there forward, moving those legs. Those legs are going to try to pull those hips It's going to pull your abdominals. Your abdominals need to work against that to keep the lower back down towards the mat and lift. Breathing. Try to breathe. The movement might be small. For more intense, the option to bring those hands at the back of your head. So breathe in and breathe out. Might be a small movement. The idea is to challenge those muscles with control, always with control. Joseph Pilates used to call this system contrology, or body control. So it's moving with control, with precision. 1 or 2 more. And then relax. Bend your knees. Do a full body stretch. Stretch those abdominals, stretch your hips. And bring your arms by the side of your body. Bending your knees, bringing your heels under your knees. Again, repetition. Option always to do more repetitions of a previous exercise. If you feel that we're going too fast and the next exercise is too much, come back to an exercise that we've done today already, that you can do comfortably. But now we're resting those abdominals and work with those muscles on the back. Do the shoulder bridge, preparation, lifting here. Vertebra by vertebra off the mat. Then bringing it down again, vertebra by vertebra on the mat. We're moving our spine to begin with. So trying to keep our thighs and legs parallel to each other. Whole feet on the floor. Shoulders back and down, shoulders away from neck, away from ears. Hands down on the floor. Lift and lower. Work with those muscles at the back of our thighs, hips, lower back and upper back. Upper back working, upper body working. As you push those arms against the mat and try to lift your chest bone towards your chin, lifting your rib cage a little bit more. Then option to lift and hold, maintain that spine down. So option to carry on moving, option to hold. Another option here is to move one leg to challenge the position of our body, of our spine. So hands can be on the side of your hips or even at the back of your hips there. Lift one leg, can do 5 repetitions on each leg. So you lower, you reach as far as you can and let that leg, thigh, challenge the position of hips and lower back. Up to 5 repetitions here. Remember, I can change the number of repetitions. And then switch. Option to rest in between before you switch legs. Go down. Give yourself a little rest. And then back. Challenge those muscles at the back of the thighs, hips, lower back, even upper back, to maintain your whole body in that position. Once you've done, roll all the way down and bring your knees towards your chest. Well done. Really well done. From here we're going to roll forward and sit up. We're going to sit up. Either roll forward or roll on your side and sit up. And bring your legs forward. We've done the shoulder bridge, working with our back. So the alternative exercise for this one is the shoulder bridge again. So you can lie on your back and repeat the exercise. If that's not comfortable for your wrists, elbows or shoulders, we strengthen a little bit more those muscles on our upper body, muscles between our shoulder blades and the back of our rib cage as we keep our shoulders back and down. Bringing our hands on the mat. Hands can be forward, but if that's not comfortable for wrists, you turn them out. Point to your feet. And then we're trying, as a preparation, while you keep those shoulders away from neck, away from ears, we're lifting our hips. So getting in position and out of position. Strengthen muscles at the back of the legs or calves, hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back. Those muscles between our shoulder blades and at the back of our rib cage. Also back of our shoulders and arms. And again, if that's not comfortable for wrists, elbows, lie on your back and do the shoulder bridge again. Option, like on the shoulder bridge, to hold that position and use the movement of your leg to challenge the position of the rest of your body. So it's not about how high you lift that leg. It's all about maintaining the rest of your body. Those arms, shoulder blades, collarbones, lower back, hips, in the same position. And breathe. Also breathing. 2 or 3 more there, whatever option you're using. And then we're going to go down and bend our knees, round or back. From here, roll it back or roll it like a ball. Make sure you have room behind, that you're not going to hit anything or anyone. Dog, cat, couch, kids. So from here, hands around your ankles. You only roll if it's comfortable. I normally start this exercise with you guys from the floor. So that's an option. Stay here and stretch. Try to round your back, chest forward and up, rounding your back. Or from a seated position. From a seated position, you can also work with your balance, lifting your feet off the floor. Elbows out, shoulders down, away from your ears. And if you can roll back and forward. If you're starting there from the mat, you can gently rock forward and back, massaging your back. From a seated position, you can roll back and forward again. If you put the breath together, breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, forward. Now try not to move your legs, but you can move your thighs forward and back. Try to maintain your spine in the same position. One or two more. And then sit up there and relax. From here, you're going to bring your legs up, let them drop towards the floor, stretching inner thighs, open your hips. You can hold around your ankles and bring your heels towards your hips. You can maintain that position and stretch here, stay with the stretch, can be with your feet off the floor, challenge your balance as well. Then feet on the floor, off the floor. You can stretch a little bit more, you can start single leg as a preparation for the open leg rocker. So you can try to stretch there. Don't worry if you can extend your leg or not. Just stretch in the back of the leg, thighs, hips, even lower back and upper back. Switch. And then back. Extra challenge as you try for balance, control. As you try to, again, make sure it's safe for you to stretch both and back. And again, you can stay here, just stay with that stretch. I'm giving you options. Option to stay even with the rolling, like a ball, rolling back. If you can, if you're doing both legs straight or not, don't need to be with your legs straight. You hold there, can be knees bent, can be legs straight. Challenge yourself to hold that position. And to change your center of gravity and move, if you want to move, you can bring your thighs back, your legs back a little bit, changing your center of gravity. As you bring those thighs forward again, you roll back forward and you're trying to find a balance. That's called open leg rocker. We're still not moving our spine. Our spine is still on that, we still maintain that curve on your spine, that C shape. As you roll back and forward and back and forward. Option to do the rolling like a ball. That's perfect. That's perfect. Can be with hands at the back of the thighs as well. One more. And then relax. Let me just check. And that's it. and then relax. Well done. From here, we're gonna roll on our back again and lie on our side. You can rest your head on your arm, or could be here on your hand. Imagine you have your whole back against the wall. So I'm using my mat here to check the alignment. So I have elbow, shoulder, hip and feet on that line. Pull your toes towards you as if you're trying to look at your toes. The other hand can be on the floor, or you can have your hand there at the back of your head. So you're going to bring that leg slightly forward. Now the movement will depend on the space you have there. So if you have space, if you're not going to kick anything or anyone, you can bring that leg parallel to the floor. You're moving your leg. Use the movement of that leg to channel the position of your hips, of your rib cage, of your shoulders, even your head. You're trying to stabilize the position here as you either kick forward and back, but we're going to do the second option as well. But if you don't have space, you can go straight into the leg circles. So you'll do 5, 6 circles here in one direction, 5, 6 circles in the other direction. So if you're doing kick there, the side kick, kicking forward and then back, try to maintain hips and lower back, rib cage, shoulders, neck and head in the same position. Can have your hand here, can have your hand there, and after a few repetitions, back in the circles. If you're doing the circles before, do another round, the second round of the leg circles, 5 or 6 circles in one direction, 5, 6 circles in the other direction. Yes, you're working with all those muscles around your hips, front, side and back of your hips, glutes, piriforms, deep muscles there on your hips, but also working. Be aware of what's happening there in the rest of your body. So if you feel that you're moving your shoulders, try to control that. Once you've done, you can bring that knee towards your chest, relax a little bit, roll on your back. Then you're going to work on the other side. So we can turn around. So everything in the same line to begin with. So choosing your options in terms of position for your arms, for your hands, for your head. Bring that leg slightly forward. Again, if you feel that you have no balance at all here, when you're kicking forward under the circles, option to bend your knee as well. Will give you a little bit more stability. So then from there you either kick forward and back, leg, thigh parallel to the floor without turning out or in, so just moving forward and back. And the same with the circles. So when you do the circles, so if you're doing only circles, 2 rounds of 5 or 6 repetitions. If you're kicking forward and back, do 1 round there, 5 or 6 repetitions kicking forward and back. And then back here into the circle. Nice work. Once you're done, you can relax. Bring that knee towards your chest. Well done. And then we're going to roll and lie on your front. Work with those muscles on the whole back. We're going to start with the preparation for the swan dive. We're going to give you 3 options here on the swan dive. Depending on the time, especially if you have kids, you might have had dinner ready. So only do what's comfortable there. For back, for stomach, for breathing. So if you can, legs together. If that's okay for your lower back, legs together. Front of your thighs facing the floor. But if that's not alright for your back, legs slightly apart. Arms by the side of your body there. The important thing is to keep those shoulders away from neck, away from ears. So you're not letting them lift. Keep them back and down. Preparation. Extend your feet, legs and thighs. Push the front of your hips towards the floor. So you're working with all those muscles, back of the thighs, back of your hips and lower back. And then you're trying to lift your chest bone away from the floor. Top of your head is going forward and up. So you're not folding the back of your neck. You're not lifting your head. You're lifting your chest. Chest bone away from the floor. Back down and relax. And repeat. You can help with your arms. So you can do that whole movement with legs, thighs, hips, lower back, upper back. Help with your arms. Get an in position. So note I'm looking down towards the floor. And not forward. And not trying to look up. Small curve at the back of your neck there. Then back down and relax. And repeat. You can start with a baby swan where you use your arms, a baby swan dive. So from here you extend. Create that big curve on your spine. And using your arms, you gently rock forward and back. Note that you're not using your head to add momentum. Your spine, from the top of your head to the bottom of your hips, they stay in the same position. You maintain that shape as you rock forward and back, but only if it's comfortable. 1 or 2 more there. So option to get in position and out. And then you push yourself all the way back here. Stretching those muscles at the back of your hips, lower back, even upper back. From there, bring yourself all the way forward. Arms forward. And you're going back, similar to the swan dive. We'd call progression for the swan dive, or as a preparation for another exercise in Pilates called swimming. So if it's not comfortable to lie here on your front, you could do this swimming from a kneeling position. The idea of the swimming, lie on your front, is to move both legs and arms, but if you do it from a seated position, the idea is to move arms like we do on the 100, and let the movement of your arms challenge the position of your spine. You're trying to keep your rib cage in position and move the arms inside the shoulder joint. So from here, preparation, strengthen your back, like the swan dive, extend your feet, legs, thighs, push the front of your hips towards the floor, and from here you're trying to lift your chest. Bring it back down and relax. Progression, 5 or 6 breaths. So again, control. You're trying to breathe. If you can, you hold that position. And then from here, you're moving thigh bones inside your hip joint, arms inside your shoulder joint for 5 deep breaths. So maintaining your whole spine in position. The movement can be fast, can be slow, can be big, can be small. You can stop and rest every now and then. So just be careful not to be moving your head side to side, your shoulders side to side. Well done. Can be a slow movement with arms and legs. Once you've done, push yourself all the way back. And remember, I'm giving you options, and you don't need to do everything. We start with the preparation, get in position and out of position. Option, for example, instead of doing the swimming, do the swan dive again. From here, we're going to go forward, bringing hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Option, so that's the leg pull front. The full exercise, if you want to go straight into the full exercise, is from the plank position, but that's not comfortable for everybody, for wrists, shoulders, elbows. So don't do that if that's not comfortable. I'm going to give you an option. So from here, using the movement of your leg to challenge the position of your spine. 4 or 5 repetitions on each side. Breathing as you do it. That's not comfortable. Keep your knees on the floor, knees under your hips. And from here you move your legs, but you can move your arms as well. And bring it back. So having both legs and arms challenge the position of your spine as you lift. Strengthen triceps, shoulders, chest, abdominals, muscles across your back, glutes. Nice work. Once you've done 4, 5 repetitions on each side, can be less. You can kneel and sit all the way back on the resting position. Really well done, guys. Really well done. So on this whole sequence so far, all the movements, we're working with the exercise, the classical Pilates exercise, where you're using your arms and legs to challenge the position of your spine. Apart from 3 or 4 advanced exercises, you've done most of the exercise. So from here now, we start moving our spine. So we're going to sit down, bring your legs forward. So the movement now, the focus of the movement of the exercise is to move your spine using the muscles that move that spine, not the muscles that move your arms or legs. So from here, sit on the sitting bones and feel free to sit a little bit higher. For example, using a block, using a pillow, using the roll mat or towel to sit a little bit higher so you can sit on your sitting bones and bring your spine upright. Bringing your arms forward. Imagine you have a ball here, and then we're going to roll over that ball. We're going to reach forward, so moving your head or neck or chest or lower back, and reach as far as you can forward with the top of our head and with our hands as we breathe out. As we breathe in, we come back up. We lengthen that spine as long as you can. So breathe out, going forward, flexing. Breathe in, come back up. You don't have to have your legs straight. You can sit on your sitting bones there with your knees bent. We're going to go over the movements for spine and the muscles that move your spine. Going forward, flex, flex, breathe out. Breathe in, lift. 2 more repetitions here. So the spine stretch. Breathe out, reach forward. Breathing back up. So if you feel those muscles front of your hips too much, bend your knees, relax them, and let the muscles there, abdominals, work against the muscles on the back instead. And then back up. Give yourself a little rest and stay there in position. If you're using a block, if you're sitting a little bit higher, keep it. From here, we're going to bring your legs forward, together, sitting on the sitting bones again, lengthen your spine. If you can extend, if not, keep your knees bent. Bring your arms out, but if that's not comfortable for shoulders anymore, after the planks and everything you've done so far, keep your arms down, keep your hands down on the floor. The spine twist, you're going to rotate, you're going to turn as far as you can out, can pulse a little bit here, back in the center, then you're going to go out to the other side. Again, focus on moving our spine. We're not using our arms to move that spine, so you're not throwing your arms there to move your spine. You're moving your spine, using obliques, using abdominals, using muscles on your back. You don't let that spine move your legs, move your hips. So maintain sitting bones down on the floor, hips in the same position. So the rotators of your spine can do the work. Not your thighs, moving your hips and moving your spine. 1 or 2 more. So we're strengthening those muscles on our back, strengthening those rotators, gently stretching the muscles that rotate our spine. But most of all, we strengthen, so those muscles are going to get tired. So work with precision, stop and rest when you need. Round your back. Rest a little bit. And then we're going to put both movements together. So you have both movements on your spine. You have the flexion from the spine stretch, and you have the rotation from the spine twist. Both legs forward, legs slightly apart. Arms out, but option to keep them down. Remember, you want both movements as far as you can. So don't worry if it says no movement. It's your maximum. Listen to your body. So rotation of your spine. From that rotation, flexion, you're going to reach forward. You could reach on the same side, in the center, or across. Then you're going to lift into that rotation still, back in the center, and out to the other side. We're going to do 2 or 3 on each side only. And out, back up, and in the center. Rotation, no momentum. Let those muscles that move your spine do the work. They're being helped by gravity already, so you don't need to add momentum. Strengthen the muscles that move that spine. And back. Nice work. So 2 or 3 on each side. Then relax. Bend your knees. Round your back. Really well done. All these exercises, the whole sequence become a little bit more advanced when you start moving your spine and trying to move your spine a little bit more. So from here, bring your legs forward. Now, if you're sitting a little bit higher, you lose that and make sure you have room behind you. You don't need to roll back. You have the option to go halfway down and come back up. Roll back if you feel that you can come back up again. Or if you go all the way down, you don't need to come back up if that's not possible. Stay down there. So from here, we're going to go forward into a stretch. The movement's called the roll up. Try to pull your toes towards you if you can, instead of pointing your feet. We're stretching all those muscles on the back, including the back of our legs and thighs. From here, keeping that back round, imagine the ceiling dropped here, and your skin rubbing that back of your head under that imaginary ceiling, and you're trying to go down, vertebra by vertebra on the mat. Option to go halfway down. We stretch here, and then we go forward again. We're trying to go forward. Imagine that ceiling again, and you're trying to go under. So try to bring your head there, back of your neck, your lower back under, and you reach forward and then back. So you have the option to go halfway down only, as far as you feel that you can breathe, and come back forward. Or if you go all the way down, if you decide to go all the way down, and you feel that you cannot come back up, you have the option to go halfway up, go as far as your abdominals can take you, or only if it's comfortable for your back, you could use your arms to move your spine on the way up. Use momentum, but try to control on the way down now. One more. Then we're going to go all the way down and do a full body stretch. Nice and relaxed there. You can bring your legs together. Stretch only as much as comfortable for your back here. As you breathe in, we're going to reach as far as you can with our hands, with our feet, with the top of our head. Then a full body stretch. Breathe out, relax. Stay in that position, but relax a little bit. Try to relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders. Your arms might move out, your legs. Then go again. Inhale, stretch. Reach as far as you can. Stretch your whole body. Making yourself taller. As you breathe out, relax. And 2 more breaths like that. Breathe in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe out and relax. And on the last one, you can keep your arms up there above your head. As you breathe out, you can bring your arms by the side of your body. And relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your neck. Relax your back. Relax your hips. Let your feet drop, little toes drop towards the floor. Relax your hips, your thighs, your legs, feet, toes. When you're ready, you can bend your knees. Then roll on your side. and sit up, or roll forward and sit up. Well done.